Yo! What it is, family? This is Ayyooj again. Watch this. But yeah, we're gonna be watching I think Mojo. I think that's what it's called. I think this is the channel called. We're gonna be watching the top 10 WWE rivals. Now, y'all might not know, but I'm a wrestler head. I love wrestling. Now don't try to like trying to be like, hey man, what had happened back in the WWF period, all the way back then. I know a little bit of WWF. I don't know shit about WCW all the way. I'm still, I seen a little bit of WCW back in the day, like off of just YouTube. But yeah, I kind of was like in the middle of like the WWF going into like the like kind of transitioning to like WWE a little bit. Um, I think I started watching wrestling like probably like, man, I would say probably like man, probably like in like the 90s. Probably started watching like wrestling and shit. Wrestling back then when wrestling was actually better, But let's stop all this rambling, man, and then let's get down to the business. Let's watch some of the best top rivalries in WWE, and let's see.
These heated rivalries lit up our television screens and generated countless classic wrestling moments. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 WWE wrestling rivalries. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10, Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys. These three tag teams all came to prominence during the legendary Attitude Era. The six men were a major part of the company's tag team golden age and helped take the division to the next level with the introduction of the tables, ladders, and chairs match. At both WrestleMania 2000 and WrestleMania X7, the three teams would face off for the WWE's tag team titles in a pair of legendary matches that elevated the entire division. Despite most of the men going on,
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get to see it, but I saw the pay-per-view, like highlights. Ain't no damn it's no tag team match that can match up to this, bro. Like, there ain't no tag team match I've seen that actually match up to this. Maybe I think one that on NXT, but
Number 9, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant.
Best fucking match of six-man tag team I've seen in a long time.
Famous moment in wrestling history. The match between Andre the Giant and the Hulkster at WrestleMania 3 featured an at his
Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, brother.
When Hogan picked the Giant up off his feet and body slammed him onto the mat, the audience went wild, giving birth to the body slam heard around the world. Although the legendary figures would meet again at the following WrestleMania, Andre's declining health and Hogan's, well, Hoganness meant that the second matchup was a disappointment for fans. Despite that, we'll always have fond memories of one of the most iconic moments in wrestling history. Number 8, Trish Stratus versus Lita. While you could make the argument that women's wrestling...
See, I was watching wrestling around this time. Like, around this time, this was when I was really watching wrestling and shit like that. And I ain't gonna lie, Trish Stratus and Lita...
The WWE is at an all-time peak.
For women's, like, in the women's division,
through
that
the early 2000s, Lita and Trish clashed time and time again, showing off their incredible in-ring abilities and chemistry at each opportunity. During a period of women's wrestling filled with bra and panties matches and fights, Lita and Trish were out there showing that the women could be every bit as good as the men. The pair's on-again, off-again friendship fueled their bitter rivalry, one that culminated with Trish's retirement match, where she came out victorious over Lita.
I don't know about y'all, but for me, I feel like Lita and Trish really, like, made the women division more better. Like, they really, like, made the division way more better. Like,
and won the women's championship on her way out the door. Number 7, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Despite being the
y'all seen what some of the female wrestlers was doing back in the day, like, It's on some sexy time. So they really just like molded and actually made the women just really show people like the women can actually wrestle too.
Recent rivalry on our list, the bad blood shown between these two sometimes best friends is enough to crack the top 10. Kevin and Sami have a long and complicated history that has led to some of the most brutal and intense moments in recent WWE history.
I don't know if it should
From
be
the
top 10 though.
cringe-inducing ladder spots to relentless flurries of punches, the pair have showed off their incredible in-ring chemistry and skills together.
Y'all think that's like top 10? Like that should be in the top 10?
Despite their current status as once again best friends, we see more conflict coming between these two superstars in the future. Number 6, The Undertaker vs. Kane.
Yeah.
The Brothers of Destruction have now been allies for a long time, but it wasn't always the
back
case.
to back, Kane and Undertaker,
during the first ever Hell in a Cell match, taking place between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker in 1998. Kane ran in and attacked the dead man, costing him the match and creating a rivalry between the two. The fittingly theatrical story behind the
I want to ask y'all ever think it was a time where Kane probably was a little bit more dominant than Undertaker back in the day? Like it always, Kane came out on top a lot of time, but Undertaker dominated. But it was like, did y'all ever think like maybe Kane could have been like
a childhood fire
more
that killed
dominant
the Undertaker's
than
family,
Undertaker
all except for Kane. The pair had some solid matches before they eventually teamed up, but it's the fantastic storytelling and impactful debut of Kane that mark this rivalry as a true classic. Number 5, The Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels. These two all-time greats had a limited number of encounters compared to the other entries on our list. However, each time they met was something truly special. From their early clashes in the 90s to their marquee WrestleMania bouts, it's hard to find a better pairing of characters and styles. Michaels and The Undertaker both rose to the top of the company over the course of the 1990s and spent the 2000s riding high atop the card. The pair's rivalry would culminate with a match at WrestleMania 26, putting The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak against Shawn Michaels' career. It would be Michaels' final match and a fitting end to a legendary feud.
Alright. Shot in the dark. Do y'all think people would have been better? People would have been okay with Shawn Michaels breaking Undertaker's streak besides Brock? Because Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, that match was a banger, man. I feel like Shawn Michaels had the opportunity. I feel like he should have took beat that streak one time on the Undertaker low key though, because.
Number 4, Stone Cold Steve Austin vs. Vince McMahon. The ultimate anti-authority feud. Say what you will about the ongoing involvement on the McMahon family on screen, but the original rivalry between the recently introduced Mr. McMahon character and the Texas Rattlesnake is one of the most entertaining rivalries of the Attitude Era. Fresh off the heels of the Montreal Screwjob, audiences immediately hated McMahon's arrogant boss figure. The need for the WWE to compete with WCW, along with Stone Cold's undeniable charisma, catapulted this feud into new levels and a style of storytelling unseen in the company before. Though many have tired of the authority trope by today, some still love the McMahon character, and it's all due to this rivalry. Number 3, John Cena vs. CM Punk. This most unlikely of pairings led to a series of incredible matches around CM Punk's title run from 2011 to 2013. The face of the WWE against the fan favorite created dramatic tension, and the sheer caliber of wrestling from these two elevated all their matches. Their classic at Money in the Bank 2011 is regarded by many as the finest WWE match in the past 10 years, and the straight-edge superstar's notorious pipe bomb promo heavily involved Cena, creating one of the more memorable Raw moments in recent history. It's unlikely CM Punk will ever return to the WWE, but one final match against Cena,
well, he did,
is something we'd love to see. Number 2, Shawn Michaels vs. Bret Hart. The Montreal Screwjob. It's impossible to know how much of this wrestling legend is fiction and how much is the truth. But there's no doubt that the rivalry between the Heartbreak Kid and Bret the Hitman Hart was
them two. That was a banging ass match,
though. Was notoriously hard to work with during this period of time, and he and Bret did not get along.
But Vince screwed Bret over though, for real. I mean, Shawn played his part though, but man, Vince really did screw Bret Hart over though.
Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12. The screwjob itself is
If y'all
not
know all the
easy to
backstory,
watch,
y'all,
but
know,
everything
if
before
y'all
that
real
moment
WWE
is
fans,
wrestling
WWF
gold
fans, y'all
and
know
set
the
the bar for
backstory
future rivalries
for
in
the
the
whole
company.
Bret Hart,
Before
Vince,
we
and
unveil our top
Shawn
pick,
Michaels and
here's a
shit.
few
You know,
honorable
y'all know,
mentions.
man. Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage. Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Yeah, man. Yeah. Mankind versus The Undertaker. Yup.
Number 1. The Rock vs Stone Cold Steve Austin. Both The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin's in-ring careers are highlighted by this era-defining rivalry. The two men spent much of the 90s building their image and defining their place in the company. At WrestleMania 15, The Rock and the Rattlesnake faced off for the World Championship, but their rivalry wasn't over yet. In the closing years of their careers, the two put on two more highly regarded WrestleMania matches that would cement their place as two of the top stars of all time. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips.
Alright, man. That was a banging ass video. That was a good ass video. I ain't gonna lie. You know, top 10. What do y'all think? Do y'all feel like that was a solid ass list for a top 10 of WWE most rivals? I mean, I give it a look. I give it there. I'll put it there, man. You know, I feel like there was some other rivalries that was good, man. You can also go with John Cena and the Edge. That was a big rivalry right there. You can also go Matt Hardy and Edge, man. How that whole backstory shit, went through. It was a rivalry between Matt Hardy and Kane. That was a banger. You also could do Shane McMahon versus Kane though too. Shane McMahon and Kane, bro. That rivalry was a banger, bro. Like if y'all remember them matches, bro. Like Shane McMahon was going hard in the matches, bro. Like them was some good ass matches though. Man, there's a whole bunch of You also go Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, man. Man, you can go so many ways with it, man. For real, for real. But nah, besides that, man, this was some good WWE rivals top 10. But let me know what y'all think, man. Put in the likes and comments, share, like, comment, let me know what y'all think about the video. And like we always say, peace.